Hi everyone. My name is Dr. Alex, and I promised a colleague I would get over my stage fright and record a video, so here we are. There are, as I'm finishing up a day long of working with clients, there are three things that I hear all of the time that my clients tell me that they have heard from other therapists that they've tried to work with that really get on my nerves. And I want to say these three things and say, if you have said this as a clinician, or if you are someone that has gone to a therapist or a counselor that has said this to you, please tell them about the International Pelvic Pain Society conference that is happening online, virtually, so it's fully accessible, and the recordings will be available for 30 days. It will be available starting June 13th and 14th and it is a meeting that you should absolutely be at. There are a lot of CEUs available, and I'm biased because I organized the meeting, but it's going to give you all the information that you need to be able to work with a client that has chronic pain, particularly chronic pelvic pain, which is really anything to deal with the gut, the bladder, the reproductive organs, the genitals, pain in the lower back, hips, legs, and honestly, pain in the brain, because it's all connected. And so this conference is all about how it's all connected. But there are three things that I hear all of the time from patients. One, that their therapist told them that they don't work with pain. How can you work with anyone these days and not work with pain? I don't understand. Two, they say that they don't talk about sex. Again, how do you work with a human being without being willing to talk about intimacy and connection? Three, they say that they don't talk about health issues because they're not a physician and they're worried about practicing medicine without a license, which I totally understand. But what I have found in my experience is that we are truly the providers that can spend the most amount of time with patients and hear their whole story, see all the different pieces of the puzzle, and we can really help connect the dots for them. We can help them see what maybe different variables are that they haven't been able to talk about with providers because the providers only have 5 to 7 minutes with them. And I find myself 90% of the time in the place of education as educator, talking to them about how their bodies work, how the anatomy works, how the physiology works, and the light bulbs go off. And that in and of itself is so incredibly helpful to their healing journey and to the therapeutic work that you do as a counselor. So if you have said any of those three things to a client, or if anyone out there has heard that from a therapist, please tell them about the International Pelvic Pain Society conference that is happening June 13th and 14th, that we will talk about all of it and how it's all connected, and you will walk away guaranteed with resources that will improve and exponentially be able to gratify your professional work, let alone really be able to give you the resources you need to help your clients, because you need it. And I need colleagues that I can work with, that I can refer to. We all do, around the country and around the world. So please join us, and I will send more videos later. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.